right. We know you because you are a friend of the house. But to our audience, who is Mr. Oscar Seyi Aiyeleso? Let's start from that.
Thank you very much, Demola. Good afternoon, various others in Ekiti State. My name is Oscar Seyi Aiyeleso. I'm the managing director and CEO of Agbeyewa Farm Limited, the largest farm in Nigeria, cassava farm in Nigeria today, and the largest in Africa. Will be the largest in the world by the end of this season and the end of this year. Well, I am a member of the Cassava Holdings Limited. Okay, Cassava Holdings is an umbrella company, a parent company, based in Lagos. But we have our father office, which is Access, based in the United States of America, Texas to be precise. And our chairman is Mr. Niji John Olagide. He's also the chairman of Cassava Holdings, chairman of Agbeyewa Farm, and also the CEO of Access, the president and CEO of Access in the United States of America. Well, that is all I can say about me, but apart from the fact that, I was once in government under the John Carroll, the government, the two-time government. I was once the Director General of the State Enterprise Development Agency, during the first time of JKF, and the second time I was the Group Managing Director of Fonte Holdings Limited, the investment arm of Ekiti State. First, you know, you can go say you know Kundele Farm, you know the Cray and other things that were in Fonte Hotel, and I was under my office there. So, I joined Cassava Holdings about 3 years ago. You know, Cassava as Group Director of Sales of Cassava Holdings, and Cassava Holdings spear across almost about 7 or 8 nations. You know, and today, Agbeyewa Farm have become the household name in Ekiti State, not only in Ekiti, in Western Nigeria, even in Nigeria. Because a lot of waste that we're making in the corridor of power in Abuja, in Aso Rock, at least you will still recall and remember the World Cassava Day that was sponsored by Agbeyewa Farm, sometimes in July this year.
Maybe before we go to that, yes. Because I know you are not there when we talk about what you do. But to rise to become the MD CEO of Agbeyewa Farms, we want to know the person of Oscar Aiyeleso himself. I know you've held position, like you said, during the some administration in Ekiti State, 2 times commissioner, different position in the, Director General or something in Ekiti State, I know. But for you to rise to MD CEO of Agbeyewa Farms, that means you must be powerful somehow. Let's meet you. What people should know about you.
All right. Oscar Seyi Aiyeleso is an entrepreneur and a very trapezing person.
Okay.
And I like creating, making ways and making life for the teeny youths, okay, across Ekiti State, even outside of Ekiti State, because my background was a very, 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 very primitive one, very emotional one. I'm from a local Ekiti, very close to this place, and I grew up to become a boy that you think that it should be forgotten, should not make waves at all. In fact, you don't even rise beyond the Lubeji Ekiti. If I see myself in Ado, no talk of Lagos, it's still a miracle to me that, I can even come to Ado Ekiti. I can walk in Ado. I can walk even in Lagos. And I was once the general manager for West Africa for Calvary Nigeria PSC, and I also became the general manager for Corner PSC, all this in Lagos. And my work takes me around throughout all Nigeria. And I was just growing up as a young boy, trying to make ends meet, come from a very poor family. But I have a vision that someday, somehow, my name will be announced to the world. And since a few years ago, my name has been announced to Nigeria. But coming to Agbeyewa, my name is being announced to the world now. Yeah, I love entrepreneurship, and I also love taking youth out of jungle and making them who they should be as destined by God. I hate laziness, indolence. I like hard working, but more importantly, I love the fear of God. Okay, and of course, integrity is above board in everything that I do. Just have integrity. Wherever you want to be in life, you get there. There seems to be a say, I think it's in literature, it says black crack, the tortoise climb the tree. So step by step, you get there, but don't be in a hurry. So I like youth who are not so much in a hurry, but who want to make it in a very clear way and become somebody in life. and because somebody that will become so famous in life that everybody will be envious about. And that is kind of people I like around me, and that's the kind of people that God has enjoyed my life with. And let me just tell you, digress a bit. If you look at the history of our chairman of Agbeyewa farm, John Lagide, is from Erimo Ekiti there. You know that those some of us are working with aspiring men, they will have the same pattern of life. Grow up in a very poor village in Erimo Ekiti today, still in his mid-40s, but he's making waves around the world. He's making news around the world through integrity, through consciousness, through ferociousness, through aggressiveness, through hard work, smart work. That's how he's been making it. His name is all over in Africa, and if I will tell you, he's the first black African that will become the president of Corporate Council of Africa in the US. The first, and he's going to be the first black African that will become the president of Chambers of Commerce in Texas. And Texas, Texas is bigger than so many countries. He became the president, and he sold his life steadily. He's not in a rush. When he came to Ekiti, I will tell you this of Agbeyewa very shortly. When he came to Ekiti, he just came to say, look, I want to create job for people. I am not in a rush, but let me just employ Ekiti people, into jobs. And that is why he came to invest a lot in Ekiti. And that kind of life, if you want to pattern your life for that kind of life, of course, you are bound to make it in life and become to be the person that will also be appearing on the television like this and talking to people so that they can also imbibe, so that they can take home, they can feel encouraged that, look, rush money is not it, but slow and steady money is it. And that's what we're doing. And that's why when someone are looking for in Ekiti State, we are honorable people in Ekiti, land of honor. So if you are not doing your own way, your business in a honorable way, then you are not part of us. Okay? But if you are doing your business in a honorable way, the way that people will be envious, the way that people will be impacted positively, then you are still not yet part of Ekiti, of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Yes, sir. If we look at what we've said so far, we'll see that your background is not that encouraging, but still, you still kind of know I must make it. Yeah. What has been propelling factor? What is that thing that is pushing that, no, I will make it? Like you said, you are now the person appearing on TV, talking globally, talking. So what is that thing that is pushing that, no, I must make it?
Mindset. If you get your mindset right from the beginning, there's no way you not make it. Right mindset. I was to be a pan white tapper in Lukweju, or somebody, a rabbit person and just, seller. Let me tell you, when I was growing up, we used to go to the bush and kill rodents. So there was to the extent that if I get to the hole, the first hole, the mouth hole of any rodent, I will tell you whether there is inside or not. I will also tell you whether the rodent is there with his family, whether with his wife or the children. I will be able to tell you.
Experience.
We were killing rodents just to make end meet. Because we came from a very poor family that we think, but our family is famous now, very famous now, through hard work, through resilience. Okay? Now, the only place I ever attended, after being when I was young in primary school, was Ikole Ekiti. And Ikole would check there during Ali must go. We will just follow them. To come back, say, well, I want to climb a lorry to come back home. And you know what happened when you didn't tell your friend that you are going somewhere and you went, and then you are not part of those who will make the supper for that day. You know what happened to you? You go supper and they will give you the normal.
Yes,
So that I will work in Lagos State. I mean, I will work in Nigeria in a big company like Kabi. It's mindset. What is your mindset? What do you want to become in life? What do you decide to become in life? And pursue that mindset. Please pursue it with dignity. Pursue it with dignity. There are so many things that are happening in Nigeria today, especially in the Western Nigeria today. People go into all manner of atrocities, all manner of things that do not edify the mind. We were not brought up that way. And there are still some children who are very good, who are also millennial children, who are following the pattern of integrity, dignity, dignified job. But above all, you must have the fear of God. You must have it. And you must be hardworking. Be hardworking. Everywhere I go, when I was in Calvin, they say, take Oscar to any depot that is dying, take him there, he will revive it. He just take him there. This depot wants to die, just take him there, will revive it. And I was reviving that. Even my name became Oscar Award. I was not born with Oscar, but the Oscar was given to me in Kabi because of the award I was winning and because of the initials of my name. But I now become Oscar Award in Kabi. You know, I go to Okono to everybody, Oscar and everything. So because of a positive mindset that you have developed, just be content with whatever you have. Because that day you'll be there. What you do, what you have today, you didn't have it yesterday. And what you have tomorrow, you may not have it today. But please, conscientiously and also with following footsteps of those who have made it in life positively, you also get there and you also make it. You understand? Now, when I was with JKF in the JKF 1, it's integrity. I was almost the most traveling officer. You know, then why? Because the man found something in me that this man has integrity. We can give him something, give him job, go and sleep. Even when I got this job in Capital Audience, of course my boss asked, I want to give Oscar. I said, give Oscar job, just go and sleep. JKF said, give Oscar this job, just go and sleep. And I thank God I did disappoint him, and I'm not disappointing anybody now. By the time I tell you how we started, how we met Agbeyewa, and when we have taken Agbeyewa to today, with the support of God and the support of the chairman, very good man, John like today. No, history will remember him for good.
Okay, now let's go to Agbeyewa now. Yeah. You are the MD CEO of Agbeyewa. I know he's a farmer.
Yeah.
So it's Agbeyewa all about farm. What is Agbeyewa to our audience?
Agbeyewa farm is a cassava farm, a mechanized.
Mainly on cassava.
Mainly on cassava. Mechanized cassava farm.
Okay.
That came into existence about 3 years ago, and to precise the year 2022, and I was established by the man called John Lajide, a native of Erimope Ekiti, a young man. He came to Nigeria that time, came to Ekiti State, and he was on a trip to Abuja. He was coming from Abuja with his couple of his friends, about 3 of his friends. I decided, look, I need to come and invest in my land in Ekiti State. Tell me which area do I need to go to invest. And that investment was the one that will make me to have employment that will create job for the teaming youths, women and young men. There was somebody talked about IT, that they're going to ICT and everything. Say, no, how many people can you employ with ICT? How many people are into ICT today? How many can you employ with ICT? I said, okay, agriculture. Say, good, that's it. With agriculture, if you have some hectares of land, you'll be able to employ so many people, not only young people, even women. You'll be able to involve them in agriculture. And that is why his mantra today is, if you ask him today, his main objective of coming to establish or invest in Ekiti State, or even in Nigeria, he will tell you, number 1 is to create jobs, number 2 is to create more jobs, and number 3 is to create further more jobs. Those are his key objectives.
Manifest about jobs.
All about jobs. And this Agbeyewa was created in the year 2022. And the idea is actually to cultivate cassava, you know, as a raw material for other products in the country. Of course, you are talking of ethanol, cassava starch. You are talking for high quality cassava flour, gari, fufu, and all the lafu and all the rest. Now, we started cultivation in that year where we cultivated 102 hectares. We are given a land around the power where we are today. We cultivate about 102 hectares. 102 hectares is not a small, because hectares to the 1 hectare is about 15 plot of land, multiplied by 102. The second year, 2023, we cultivated about 389.5 hectares. Okay? 389.5 hectares. In fact, in the year 2022, we started with about, I think, about 2 staff. Then we didn't have our dozer, our own dozer or implements or equipment, tractors. We had to borrow. You know, but the year 2023 we had about one dozer, about 4 tractors. We were able to cultivate about 389.5 in the year 2023. But year 2024, that's when we now broke the genes and made a milestone that made us number 1 cassava farm in the whole of Nigeria, where we cultivated over 1,000 hectares. Over 1,000 hectares. And I thank God that the job that was given to me to come and lead Agbeyewa farm in August 1 last year has become something that has become enviable today, has become very recognized today, that is making us to stand tall among the community of nations today, and that is making us number one in Nigeria today. That we can now be invited everywhere. They keep inviting us to come and talk to them. How did Agbeyewa make it? What is your secret? Everywhere. You know, I was telling you the other time when you called me, I said, I hope I will be able to have time to come and everything.
Yes.
I was coming from another function where I went to speak to them about Agbeyewa, the life of Agbeyewa, and where we are getting to. And that's how we are. By January to July last year, we were not making headway in cultivation. And we cultivated only about 4.1 to 8 hectares between January and July. And my chairman came all the way from Texas and came to his farm and couldn't see anything reasonable on ground to show for that they are spending billions of naira on this farm. Nothing to show. So he was not happy. He wants to create jobs. He wants to establish, he wants to bring an investment. It's not seen. Because if we don't expand, if we don't cultivate, that's all you can employ people. And he now told me, look, Oscar, you need to go to Agbeyewa and help me out. I was group director of sales for Cavista. And before the MD. I was moved. I already moved to Lagos after our tenure with JKF. I said, to go to it again. I said, well, let me tell you, Sharman, I don't know anything about farming. The only farming I knew when I was young was this cultivation of small yam or cocoyam or maize. But this one, I don't know. He said, no, it's not about knowledge about farming. It's about leadership. I want somebody who has good leadership skill to help go and revive that place. Anyway, the rest is history. I took up that.
I was about to ask, if you don't know about farming, how come you are this successful from July to about over 1,000 hectares?
I will tell you, if you ask me today, which day will be my best day in life, apart from my birthday, will be the day that I had that discussion with John Olajide, that I should go to Agbeyewa farm and help restoricate that farm. Because that has made me who I am today. And that has made me popular today. And that has made me to know things that I did not know at all. I've been a corporate person all my life. I've been a commercial person all my life. I've now been to farm. I don't know anything about Greek. So now that he invited me and accepted it, between that August and mid of October, I told you January to July.
Yes.
The last management planted about 8.1 hectares. Between that 1st of August to mid of October, we planted over 1,000 hectares. How did you do that? You ask me. You have to use some skills also. You have to use some carrot and stick to actually be able to get there. That's why you know, that's why you begin to know that the thing you learn the school about theories and theory why actually work. That human beings are naturally lazy. Until you teach them to work, they will not work. But when they see your style, they will have to follow your style. Those who are hardworking among them will follow. You know, I used to tell people, I used to use some head. When I blow your head back, if you're able to stand it, when I stand, will stand here, then you are part of my team. But when I give a head blow like wow, and you fall down, and you don't fall down on the floor, that means you soon go. You know, so many elbow, but so much a carrot to encourage and get them. Look, we must get this thing to work. This man has come to invest. His plan is to employ about over 2,000 people, in fact 4,000 within the next 2 years. 4,000 Ekiti, 4,000 Southwest, 4,000 Kogi, Kwara, neighboring villages, neighboring state. Now, where are we? We are not there. We are just less than about 200 and everything. And yet they want to create more job and everything. We must expand this farm for him to be able to do that. And one of the things that is also driving him, is driving for the fact that most processing companies in Nigeria, in the past, even now, some of them are dying, some are dead, because they don't have the feedstock
product.
They go into, look at refinery for Dangote. If no staff Dangote was strong, they nearly killed that refinery company. But you don't have crude oil, you are just going to refinery and you don't have this problem. So many companies die because they don't have the feedstock. And what my chairman said that, look, let's have the feedstock. The processing plant, which should be the best and the biggest in the whole of Africa, will come. But we can't be saying we want to install the best processing plant in Africa without having cultivate. And that is why last year he signed an agreement with the state government, thanks to the government of Governor Agbeyewa. We signed an agreement in Texas, far away Texas, to cultivate 100,000 hectares of cassava within the next 10 years. 100,000 hectares of cassava within the next 10 years. It was signed and sealed. And we are working towards that. Since that year, we have been working towards that. And that's why we were able to cultivate 1,000 hectares last year. And this year, our plan is to do to add more to it, to get to 5,000. But if now we get to 2,000, at least to get to something very reasonable that will make it cumulative figure about 2,500 or 3,500 hectares by the end of this year, cumulatively. And that will make us the biggest cassava farm in the world. Go and Google it now. So we are working towards that.
Okay, in year 2022, it said 102 hectares.
Yeah.
2023, 389.5.
Yeah.
And year 2024, over
1,000. Yes.
You've not got that of this year.
No, this year we are still working.
Yes,
but I'm going to tell you that at the end of this year, it's going to be something that will make us the number one in the world.
Well, you've talked about
our plan is to do 5,000 hectares.
Okay, this year.
That's why, yes.
Since your target is 100,000 hectares in 10 years.
Yeah, 100,000. Let me explain to you. The 100,000 hectares will not be done by Agbeyewa farms alone.
Okay.
What we do within now and maybe the next 2 years is to do 10,000. Okay. Now, that's what we call in-grower and out-grower scheme in our cassava ecosystem. The in-grower is that those communities who are within our cassava ecosystem, our location, we are encouraging them to become cassava farmers. Those who are not cassava farmers, so we are giving them some plot of land. We clear it for them. We plow it. We harrow it. We plant it for them. We apply chemical for it. We do all manner. We just prepare the land and get. And when during the time of harvesting, we harvest it for them and we sell it. We off-take it for them at premium price.
But what will be the condition of that community if you do everything for them? What is that? They
gave us land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they can also come to the land doing weed control, to come and help in the weed control, slashing weed and everything and all the rest. Okay. So, but at the end of the day, because it's their land. So, and because in Nigeria today, the average tonnage per hectare of any cassava, primitively, is about 6 to 8 tons. That's what they get. But in Agbeyewa today, the average yield per hectare is about 25 tons per hectare. And this year we're going to about 35 tons to 40 tons. That's our target, 25 to 30 tons. Now, if you plant an hectare of cassava and you get 6 to 8 tons, if you sell it today, by the time they remove the cost and everything, maybe what will come to you as margin, maybe about 100,000 or 150,000. Some of them even lose some of these cassava fruits because nobody will take it from them. So they become post-harvest loss. Some turn them to so many other things, some waste. But what we are doing at Agbeyewa is to actually groom those in-growers, those who are cultivating, and also going to all the 16 local governments, including some states within the neighboring state of Ekiti State.
Like Kwara, Kogi, Ondo.
To also help them to go and teach them good agronomic practices. How do you grow cassava to have at least 20 tons per hectare as yield? If you have 20 tons per hectare as yield today on a 1 hectare, where you are making only 100,000 naira margin, you become a millionaire when if Agbeyewa comes in and your yield becomes 20 tons per hectare. Because you'll be able to sell it 20 tons per hectare multiplied by about how many is about 2.something million. If you remove the cost of production and everything, maybe 200,000, 50,000, you should become a millionaire. But the problem our farmers have today, the yield is so low because they are not even planting the rice stem. Even when they plant the rice stem, nobody to take it to buy it from them. And that's what we are doing in Agbeyewa. We are creating, apart from them, we are creating jobs, we are also creating wealth among the farmers. Like we have today now in our farm today, we have some farmers, some people who are working with our workers who also have farms that we are encouraging, and we are teaching these group agronomic practices for them to have good yield on their farm. As I getting money from salary, they are also getting money from cassava proceed. And today, let me tell you, because the objective and the dream of our chairman John Olajide is being fulfilled. Because today I will tell you that we have 445 staff, direct staff in Agbeyewa today. 445. We call them management staff in Agbeyewa today. we have 1,900 farmers working in Agbeyewa today. 1,900 farmers working in Agbeyewa today. And we are getting to 4,000 in within the next 3 years. We are getting to 4,000 today.
And these people are spread all over Ekiti.
That's why we are operating for now. And Ikosu. Now, by the time we start advancing our outgrass scheme. Outgrass scheme because of other local government. Well, we have farmers that we are grooming. We are going to do training for them in Okemesi. You get there, and one other area we are going to do a training for some farmers. Okay, they have become Agbeyewa outgrowers now. We have their data. We are grooming them. This year alone, we have harvested and we have also taken cassava farm for about 5 or 6 farmers. If I want civil servants in Ekiti, this is among them. If I when we told you that this is how much we are going to buy your cassava, he said no, it's still dreaming. I know. And what we got for the farm was about 2 hectares. We got about 25 tons from there. When we paid the money, he was saying no, he's still dreaming. That he was thinking that this thing will just be lost because, and when they had to harvest the farm for him, he was happy. He said he wants to do more. I said, go ahead and do more, you know. But you also have to begin to tell people this is what we're doing for Agbeyewa. Now, our own is a mechanized farm. We're not just doing this thing for fun. We have on our farm today about 10 bulldozers owned by us. We have over 28 tractors from different horsepowers, from 48 horsepower to 275 horsepower. Call that one beast. The biggest tractor you can ever see in West Africa is on our farm today. And then we have implements in so many ranges, high implements, low implements on our farm today. I'm just talking about the tractors and the thing. And we also have, we have heavy vehicles. We have low bed. We have what do you call this one? We have graders that grade our road. We have so many equipment on our farm today. Own and invested. Like John Olajide. And all in Ekiti. All in Ekiti. In fact, when the Minister of Agriculture visited our farm early this year, I think around February, Senator Kiyari, he went around the farm. If you want to come to our farm today and you say you want to visit our, want to go around the farm, it will take you no less than 2 days or 3. You can't cover. If you want to visit, he was there for almost 2 or 3 hours. He was able to cover 5% of our farm. And he came and I said, this is marvelous. Say, I've been going, I've gone to so many countries to go to agri farm. I've never seen this type. Say, I'm taking this into Abuja. He flew in from Abuja, Akure to our farm, from our farm, he went to Abuja.
I understand the Onyofe was there.
That was how Onyofe gave me Oscar Lololi Pompo. When he saw what's organ, he said, I will call him Oscar Lololi. He said, no. I will change his name today with what I've seen. I will change him to Oscar Lololi Pompo.
Okay. Before you guys, let me quickly be a reminder, viewer, that we are live on EKTV, and we have in the studio the managing director, the chief executive officer of Agbeyewa Farms, Mr. Oscar Seyi Aiyeleso. He's been a guest in the past 25 or 30 minutes out there about talking about Agbeyewa Farms, what they'll be able to do in Ekiti. So, Mr. Aiyeleso, what's the challenges mostly faced by farmers is the issue of elders and the destruction of farm crops and the likes. But you have farms spread in the Oyole government area of Ikole outside in Ekiti. How have you been able to secure this farm to ensure that you get what's planted, your product back?
Thank you very much. You know, Agbeyewa farm is like a revolution.
Revolution?
Like the revolution.
Okay.
Revolution in the sense that we have all manners of workers drawing from all over the state working on our farm. We have Hausa, we have Igbo, we have Benue, we have Kogi, we have Kwara, we have Fulani, everybody working on our farm. And if I want to tell you, if I want to tell you the size of 5,000 acres that we are cultivating now, it's like, if you know Ikeja, it's like the whole of Ikeja local government.
In the Lagos State?
Yes. 5,000 acres is like the whole of Ikeja local government in Lagos State. That's to tell you the size of our farm. That's why you cannot cover it in 5 days. Right? The Brazilian, they came. Our technical expert in Brazil, they came. Brazil is the largest cassava producer in the world, followed by Vietnam and also this country. But they got to our farm. They couldn't believe it. They said they have never seen this. They say we are seeing the largest in Africa. No, this one should be the largest in the world. Now, because of that coverage area, we are able to deploy security to ensure that at least there is no rift, no clash. Okay.
Security like the police or.
Oh yes, I'm there. Security. Yeah.
Okay.
We have the police there. We have the army there. We
like
have the
joint task force.
We have our own local hunters too. Okay. Our local hunters today, as the last time, we are still recruiting more. There are about 109 local hunters that we have deployed on our farm. We are also in security agents also working on our farm. And it will be interesting to know that it was the coming of Agbeyewa farm, and because of the security apparatus that we have on ground, that chase away all these bandits away from that. Because the area where we are cultivating now used to be
it was notorious there.
Bandits. I mean, of course, that's why the two Otilikabesi they were killed and everything. But they have moved away. They have completely moved away. We won't touch them. They join the security, and when they know that part of them also are also working with us, and we are not doing anything that will harm them and everything. But if we want to prove that you are stubborn, you didn't go harm, we chase you away. We don't want to see you around. You understand? And that's exactly what we will be doing. This thing we are planting is cassava. We don't want your cow to come and destroy them. Simple. And we used to have meetings with them. We don't want your cow around our area. Take your cow to somewhere else. But because when you are coming, if one mosquito is coming to Agbeyewa farm, mosquito
as tiny as it is.
You know, I mean, they will bite you. So I mean, you'll be beaten. So the mosquito don't come. So cow don't come. So they understand that. They understand it. That Agbeyewa become a model now for security apparatus as far as farm is concerned, even in the whole of Nigeria. So I want to say that. We'll be having this time. We're having a lot of bandits and all around that area. You know, Eruku and everything. If Eruku are now applying to us, that we should come and take over their land.
And we want in Kwara State.
So I chase the bandits away. You know, but also I mean is also we chase them away. Ensure that the farm is fully secure, because it's money that we are spending, billions of naira that we are spending on that farm. I won't allow it to get destroyed by any farm. We also encourage those who are, like I said before, who own their own farm too, own your farm and everything. So. And
so as a farmer in Ado-Ekiti, I can plant cassava and come and sell to.
Oh yes. If I call us, even before you even plant, when you are planting, tell us. I mean, let us know. We'll send our men to go and teach you, because there are so many ways of planting cassava. It's not like ordinary. Like I told you before, 6 to 8 tons is what they get as yield per hectare. You know, 6 to 8 tons. So we'll come and teach you agronomic practices. How do you prepare the land? How do you apply chemical? How do you apply fertilizer? Why do you need to apply fertilizer? We'll teach you how do you do weed control. So we'll teach you all of that before we get to harvest or even to get to planting stage, so you can have good yield per hectare of your cassava. So plant and we will come and harvest it when it is due for harvesting.
Okay, earlier in the course of this conversation, you wanted to talk about cassava. Cassava, is it cassava crusade or something that you went for?
Cassava Day.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to Cassava Day in Abuja. We were invited by the Minister of Agri and also by the Office of the Vice President of Nigeria. And we were there. It was a day that it was a time I will never forget. Agbeyewa was showcased to the whole world. So people came, they thought, yes, they are the biggest cassava farm, you know. But when they saw Agbeyewa presentation and they saw what we have done, and this is real, this is practical, they couldn't believe it. In fact, from then, we started getting invitation, we want to visit our farm. Many have visited after that to come and see the farm. When you come to see our farm, it's as far as your eyes can see in the Bible. As far as your eyes can see. You will see cassava. In fact, these people, the Brazilian that came, they said they saw erosion. See, what is
erosion of cassava?
Erosion of cassava.
That was
erosion of commodity. I've never seen it. What Minister of Agriculture said, he said, and in all that I've been seeing since I came, I have never seen any white man as either manager or the MD of this place, that this farm this enterprise, this commercialized farm was done by black people. That means we can still do many things in this country. If for a whole 2,000 acres was done, conceived by a black man, managed by a black man, and have gone to this level, then we can still do a lot. Now, I've not told you about the varieties of cassava we plant. Okay. If you are just hearing about cassava, okay, we think cassava is one. We have so many varieties of cassava. Wow. Last year we planted about 4 varieties. We planted Ayaya, White Lion, Dixie, and also TME 419. We call it 419 anyway. TME 419. Those are the kind of cassava stem that our farmers should be planting. And in Agbeyewa farm, we are making them readily available for them to come and buy at discounted price so that they can have good yield on their farm. This year, we have introduced about 7 varieties to the 4 areas. So we have introduced OBJ1, OBJ2, Game Changer, Renuho, and 2 other ones.
This cassava name, OBJ Renuho. Are they soil friendly here? I can't.
Yeah. Because now what we do also, we're also partnering. We have partners with OCP Africa and one other company that also do soil fertility test for us. In fact, we are also partnering with IITA by them. IITA is our major partner in terms of GAP, in terms of good agronomic practices of cassava. Now, they are even using our farm today to do test, to do experiment for any stem they want to grow. They want to see how good the cassava will be. They will come to our farm to test it. In fact, we have about 3. They are testing on it now. And if they want to give any name to any cassava, they will first of all come to Agbeyewa farm to test it. So we are partners with all of those people. Now, the test of the soil fertility will determine which particular cassava variety should you plant. Which one will require fertilizer. There are some cassava that will not require fertilizer, some soil that will not require fertilizer. Just recently, I think about 2 weeks ago, we harvested some of our cassava in an area where we did not put cassava last year, and the cassava gave us 40 tons per hectare. 40 tons per hectare. We didn't apply cassava at all. So when you do your soil fertility, you'll be able to damage. But in case of farmers, outgrowers, we will not be able to go to their farm and do soil fertility, but we'll do the normal agronomic practices with them that will make them to have good yield, and we'll give them good stem. We are starting selling our stem now to all farmers, and we'll give them a discounted price. If they want to come, they can come and buy, right? And that's what we're doing for farmers and for everybody. And to tell you, because cassava fruit is being used by processing companies to process into cassava starch and to other things, and are being used by majority food companies. Okay. Like Cadbury, Nestle, flour mills, all of these companies that are also into food, that they use it. Now, the starch content is also a good yardstick for any processor to say, look, I want to sell my cassava. But that's what some of the companies are looking for in buying cassava starch. Our cassava, Agbeyewa cassava, no matter the variety, gives the highest cassava starch and starch content today, ranging between 24 to 27%. But the average in Nigeria today is between 12 to 15%. But our give between 24 to 7%. So everybody in FMCG want to buy Agbeyewa cassava. Customers are coming as far back as Bayelsa, Ebedebiri from Bayelsa to come and buy Agbeyewa cassava. Edo State, Dufe, to come and buy Agbeyewa. In fact, traders will be going for to buy cassava. It's like war when they come with their trailers. Some will be staying there for 3 or 4 days. Because of what? Because Agbeyewa cassava food give the highest starch content that most companies, most producers, most FMCG companies, Cadbury, Nestle, farmers want in their product.
I must confess that I'm very carried away a little with your explanation, and I'm not surprised you are making waves as the MD CEO of farm. Perhaps in from August last year till now, you can explain this much about Agbeyewa Cassava. No doubt you are the right man for the position. Our time is fast spent on the program. We have less than 8 minutes to go. No doubt we've talked about Agbeyewa, and people youths, especially, are afraid to go into farming, what would be your advice to them?
Well, my advice to them is that farming is the end game for this end time. Farming has become something that we need to embrace much more than our forefathers, because that is why the economic power lies now. Now, some of the crops, especially cassava, is going to be number one non-oil, crop in Nigeria, because of the versatility and because of the economy that is attached to it. You can imagine if you sell 100 tons of cassava starch today, how much million you make. If you sell it outside, how much dollar you make. But you don't just sell cassava without cassava food. Okay? So I want to encourage our youth to go into agric now. What we are doing in Agbeyewa today, especially in the neighboring communities, that we have engaged over 1,900 people, and we have over 400 direct staff, and we have taken youth away from the street, from the political corridor of power. Shanty, what make a second for you, that one is gone. That's, look, come and make money by yourself. Distribute money, horrible money. Come and make it by yourself. And that's what we're doing at Agbeyewa Farm. Let me tell you, we have a partnership with the NYC today, Ekiti State NYC, and we take at every of their diet no less than about 25 NYC working on our farm. We are the largest employer of NYC today in Ekiti State. And you know what? We are also the largest of NYC retainer in terms of employment today. When they finish and they are good, we retain them. Just last time we still retain about 30 NYC in our NYC members on our farm, working on our farm. We are catching them young because it will be the future of Agbeyewa tomorrow. Right? And each NYC member takes home, when ministries or agencies give NYC 5,000 per month as allowance, some don't even pay. Some are even look, just let me just serve. Don't give me any money. Do you know how much we pay NYC member per month? 100,000 naira. Wow. 100,000. You can imagine what we are paying our staff and when you are not being employed and everything. So we are taking the youth to Agbeyewa to let them come and see a better life. A different from what is your occupation? Politics. No. If you say your occupation is farming, it's more honorable. To say that my occupation is politics. No. So I will start beginning to showcase some of these youth who are working at Agbeyewa Farm, who are making it today. We'll start bringing them to a program like this to come and tell the whole world, come and tell the youth what they are making in agriculture, especially in Agbeyewa Farm. We'll be coming to tell them. You know, we'll have a woman in our farm one day that the husband came to report her to us that we should sack her. He said, well, since Agbeyewa employer, she doesn't listen to one because the woman now has become the breadwinner of the home. You understand? He said, we will not sack her. If we want, we can give you jobs. We can give you jobs so you can compare it together. You know, that's what Agbeyewa is doing for the youth. They're always very happy. If you some of our adverts, if you some of the things that we are showing, you see youth being very happy. If you go to social media, you know, go to LinkedIn or go to your YouTube and everything, you see what our youth on the farm are saying about Agbeyewa. Now, some of them are passing out in December now. They are already writing that they want to work, they want to stay. Men and women. In fact, we have people that are working at Agbeyewa Farm today. 60% of them are women, 40 men. And we are doing that. We are very intentional about that. Very intentional about it because women are very, you know, fragile and everything. And yeah, we need to give them jobs so that they won't be doing all those social, vulnerable and everything. And they are helping. And women are the one also take care of the kids at home. You know, that's why if you see, we have on our farm today an some old women as old as about 60 years old working on our farm, 55 years. We give them little job to do so that jobs you do, and we have some men as soon as that too.
Just like empowering those aged women.
Exactly, aged women to give them, if you still want to work, okay, can work.
Talking about jobs,
give them recognition.
Talking about job security, how secure is Agbeyewa's job for this?
When you receive a letter of receive a letter of appointment, you see all the details of the benefits of Agbeyewa. We are like a share and Chevron. Let me tell you that. We are pensionable. We give them pension. Hospital medical facility is free for you and your wife and two of your children. Okay, and we'll give you house accommodation is free. transportation is free. So all of those things are benefits that are driving them to come to us. And you are very secure. You can work as many years as you want to come. I can tell you today, we have
no retirement age. No retirement
age. We have people who are retired colonel working on our farm, retired major, retired captain, retired CSP, retired commissioner of police working on our farm.
So if I join as a young fresh graduate, I don't have a retirement. I'll just be working.
No, you'll be working and you'll be getting promotion. You'll be progressing. As long as you can work, you'll be progressing. If I'm encouraging you when you retire from me, come and join us. You know, we put you in our media team. To engage you in our media team.
I will hold this as evidence.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Oscar Seyi Aiyeleso, for your time on the program this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
All right, the program is.
Can I say one thing before you go?
Okay. Just 1 minute.
Please, 1 minute. Let me just this time give thanks to our host communities, the Oduoro, Ipawo, Iyemero, Gede, Okeako, Ayedun, Esun, for what they are doing for us. They have been so wonderful. I give kudos to the KBCs in these communities, and I'm sure Mr. Dauda will also be doing that. And I'm also finally, and more importantly, to appreciate the governor of the state, Governor Bawoye Banji, for what he's doing for us and for also collaborating with us to make this happen. If the environment is not conducive for business, there's no way we can come here and stay till now. So I want to appreciate the governor of the state and his team of ESCO member for what they are doing and doing for us in Agbeyewa farm.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe it was because we not had any noise from that side. Maybe that was why I didn't go to that side of asking the leadership of Agbeyewa in the community. But with all, thank God, it has been peace and peace and peace. All right, thank you very much. It's been like 45 or 50 minutes thereabout of conversation with the MD CEO of Agbeyewa Farms in Ekiti. And if you missed this edition, you can watch us back on our Facebook page at Ekiti State Television. Let me say once again, thank you, Mr. Oscar Seyi Aiyeleso, for coming on the program. So the program is My Agenda returns next Tuesday with me, Ademola Adeleke. Thank you very much, Mr. Oscar. Let's leave this to you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, sir.